Now, the objectives of this session is to show you how to write a log line easily. And of course, I'm going to use one of my favorite books, 20 Master Plots and How to Build Them by Ronald B. Tobias. Now, what's going to happen in this session? We are going to discuss what those two words that you chose are about. And those two words are plots, as explained by Ronald B. Tobias. Now, if you don't know what's going on, there was a previous session where I discussed the 20 master plots and you chose two words from a grid and you formed a sentence. So if you haven't seen that video, please go back, have a look at it, and then come back to this. But let's go ahead. You can even watch this, then go back to that. Doesn't really matter what order it is in. You will keep going back on the stuff that you have done in the past, and you'll move forward and then move back. It's like creating a YouTube channel. You start off with one thing, you move on to the other thing. You know the basic idea of your channel or your story, and from there, you work it out. Nothing can be perfect, but we keep going. So think of them, those 20 master plots, think of them as dramatic issues. Now, you may have noticed that some movies or stories have two or more plots or drama issues. But don't complicate things. Stick to your two words or plots or dramatic issues. Now you will see the deeper meaning behind them. Let's look at the movies that resonate with the 20 master plots or dramatic issues. 5 at a time for each video. I don't want to complicate things and get your mind into a spaghetti frazzle. Let's get on to the first master plot. And the first one is Quest. And if you remember, here is our grid. You can see Quest is the first plot. To Quest, the protagonist embarks on a journey to achieve a significant goal or acquire an important object, facing challenges and growing along the way. Which movies reflect that? Lord of the Rings, when the main character has to find a ring of specific significance. Raiders of the Lost Ark, Harrison Ford's character is tasked with capturing the Lost Ark before the evil Nazis get hold of it. Can you see how the quest is about a specific object, or it can be a person, but there is a goal in mind for the protagonist to retrieve something? That is the quest plot. Let's look at the adventure plot. The main character goes on an exciting journey, offering encountering danger, action, and unexplained events. For example, Jurassic Park, the beach. They just want to go on the adventure for the thrill of it. If you're in Jurassic Park, the characters go to a theme park. That's all they wanted. They wanted to see the dinosaurs. And in the beach, Leonardo DiCaprio was looking for that special place. Pursuit plot. This plot focuses on a chase, with the protagonist or other character being pursued by an adversary, creating tension and suspense. For example, The Fugitive is when Harrison Ford's character is being chased by a cop for murder. So that is the cop chasing Harrison Ford. In Smokey and the Bandit, there is also a cop, and he is chasing a bootlegger. And that bootlegger is Burt Reynolds' character. It's the movies from I think the 1970s or the 1980s. It was just a whole lot of laughs. And it focused on the American muscle cars and the cops and trucks and the freeways. So brilliant. Rescue. The protagonist sets out to save someone in distress, often overcoming obstacles and opposition to achieve the goal. Now, for example, Saving Private Ryan, when a group of soldiers have to go out to save one person who is the only person alive from his family of brothers in the war. So they have to save him. in order to keep that one person alive for his family. And so that is a rescue. Naked Gun, well, if you haven't seen Naked Gun clips, go to YouTube. I'm sure you'll see a few. That's when Leslie Nielsen character has to save the world or the people that are in danger. And of course, he goes on through many, many mistakes, of which is just totally hilarious. And then there's escape. The main character must break free from confinement or captivity, navigating challenges and evading captors. Escape from Alcatraz was one of those great movies where Clint Eastwood, with just a few tools at his disposal, a spoon handle, a nail clipper, and paper mache from newspapers, uses those items to cut out of a prison they say was virtually inescapable from. And he has to get through the guards and get away. So those are the first 5 master plots. I hope you enjoyed this session. This is part of the 20 master plots, and remember, you chose 2. So this sums up the first 5 plots of our 20 master plot session. Now, can you see how these plots apply to movies? Can you see how some movies have multiple plots? A plot can also be called a dramatic issue. A dramatic issue is what is the reason for the drama? What is the issue? The issue could be that someone is on an adventure and something went wrong, or wants to revenge a wrongful deed, but the protagonist's best friend perpetrated. So the protagonist is caught in a situation that he has to make a judgment call on. Another issue that maybe somebody's drinking too much or constantly high, gambling, visiting late night dancing institutions, and you know all the excess and deadly sins or vices, and that is called wretched excess. So, in effect, a dramatic issue is usually one word or one block from those that I have given you. You can choose one of the plot names and then expand on it further. The one word that someone can ask many questions of, like sacrifice. I'm sure there's a lot of questions that can be asked of a word like that. You can go back and improve on the sentence I asked you to write in the previous session. Start your screenplay right now. So I hope you have some basic understanding of the first master plots. Well, it's always thank you to Ronald B. Tobias, 20 Master Plots and How to Build Them, Writer's Digest Books, 1993. There is my copy. It's the first book on writing that I have purchased, and in my opinion, one of the best. If you have a chance, get hold of it if you can get a brand new copy, or you may have to buy it secondhand. But buy your copy, read it, and keep your copy because you may have to use it over and over again. Next best video to go to is 20 Master Plots Explanation with Movie Examples Part 2. Revenge, riddle, rivalry, underdog, and temptation will be explained. So for more videos on screen and story writing in general, you know what to do. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, leave a comment or question. We'll see you in the next round. Take care.